Hi guys, good morning. Welcome back to the another biology session in Anand Medical Academy. In the biomolecules chapter, I am discussing proteins part. In the last video session, I have given the details about proteins. We started the concept of proteins and also we started discussion of amino acids, its structure, how peptide bond will be formed, types of amino acids which are generally present in the nature that are 300, where standard amino acids are 20. With that 20 amino acids only a protein can be built, we learned. In that, according to the essentiality of human, there are two types of amino acids, essential amino acids and non-essential amino acids. I hope everyone got the list of essential and non-essential, also semi-essential amino acids, right? That's very good. I really appreciate your efforts. Like this, you just move on. Secondly, if I would like to discuss about the proteins, I have to continue the classification of amino acids. Don't think that we already learned that classification of amino acid that is essential and non-essential. Of course, so many criteria are there to classify the amino acids. One criteria we learned according to essentiality and synthesis in human body or not. But today in this session I am going to classify the amino acids and teach you on which basis amino acids has been classified. There are four types of amino acids are there. Acidic amino acids, basic amino acids, polar amino acids and non-polar amino acids. Let us see their classification in detail. Acidic amino acids. What are acidic amino acids? Let us see its structure. Alpha carbon has generally carboxylic group which is negatively charged. It is also called acid group, right? Whereas this is amine group. This is positively charged. You can call up this is basic group. So always amino acids, one side is a amine group, that is a NH2 N terminal. On the other side carboxylic group that starts with the C, so that it is C terminal. So in that the polypeptide chain also one side N terminal, opposite side C terminal is present. And here H will be there. And here R will be there, right? In case of acidic amino acids, this R is replaced by another acid group. Understand? If that may be COOH. Then in the structure of an amino acid, two negative charged molecules are there and one positive charged molecules are there. Then generally that amino acid lost its neutral charge. General amino acid has one positive, one negative. That's why it is also called deuterium. Okay. But in this case, R is replaced by anything. But here it is replaced by another negatively charged thing. So that R had another negatively charged component. Then it is called acidic amino acid. Example for acidic amino acids: aspartic acid. See here acid is there. This is also called aspartate. Next, glutamic acid. In the name itself we can easily find acid is present. Then it is also called glutamate. So these are the two examples for acidic amino acids. So define acidic amino acids. Amino acids in its structure R is replaced by another negatively charged group. Then it will have a more acidic charge. Then it lose neutral charge. Such amino acids are called acidic amino acids. Example: aspartate and glutamate. Let us see basic amino acids. In the structure of basic amino acids, you already guessed. I know. Well, this is an amine group and this is a carboxylic group. It is a negatively charged group. It is a positively charged group. Here R generally is present, but that R is replaced by any positive group. Then there are two positive groups are there. Then that is dominated acid group. Then neutral charge is lost and it will become base. So R had positively charged component. Then it will be called basic amino acid. So what is the example for basic amino acids? Lysine, arginine and histidine. These three amino acids, the ratio of positively and negatively charged molecules are 2:1. Okay, then the dominated charge is positive, hence it is called basic amino acids. Example, lysine, arginine and histidine. Then what are non-polar and polar amino acids? Let us see. In case of non-polar amino acids, R is replaced by hydrophobic components. So here this is H, this is COH, one negative charge is there, and here NH2 is there, one positive charge is there. So amino acid generally neutral, but R doesn't have, instead of R there will be hydrophobic chemical or component. What is hydrophobic component? It not likely to dissolve in water. It is away from water. So that hydrophobic components are present. Phobic means what? Fear. So it is a fear of water. So this component, it may be anything. Here we can write anything. Understand? So they are called non-polar. In case of R is replaced in the amino acid structure, R is replaced by hydrophilic components, then that would be called as polar amino acids. Means they are likely to dissolve in water. Okay, their structures would be like this. And here hydrophilic components are there. But non-polar amino acids, they are also called hydrophobic having components. They are also called neutral amino acids. Neutral amino acids. Remember, they are acidic amino acids, they are basic amino acids, they are neutral amino acids. Apart from the polar amino acids, okay, they are neutral amino acids. Let us see their examples for non-polar and polar amino acids in detail. Let us see the examples of non-polar amino acids and polar amino acids. Firstly, non-polar amino acids. What are non-polar amino acids? Non-polar amino acids are also called neutral amino acids. R is replaced by any of the hydrophobic component. Suppose in case of glycine, that is H, hydrogen. In case of alanine, that R is replaced by CH3, and that is nothing but methyl group. And valine is replaced by CH3 twice. Where? In the R place. Cysteine is replaced by CH2SH, means sulfur containing. And proline is replaced by CH2 thrice. Leucine, R is replaced by CH2, CH3 twice. Isoleucine, R is replaced by CH2, CH3. Methionine is replaced by CH2 twice, sulfur and CH3. So here cysteine and methionine both are called sulfur containing amino acids. Amino acids. It is another classification. So what are the sulfur containing amino acids means? In the R group, sulfur components are present, then that is called sulfur containing amino acids. Example, cysteine and methionine. Next, tryptophan. In the structure of amino acid tryptophan, that R is replaced by benzene structure and phenylalanine. So this is also, both are called aromatic amino acids. So these two are called aromatic amino acids. Aromatic amino acids. So aromatic amino acids and sulfur containing amino acids are benzene groups that are hydrophobic in nature, not likely to dissolve in water. Whereas if you see the polar amino acids and respective groups, the polar amino acids means what? General structure of amino acid, the R group is replaced by any of the hydrophilic structures when they are likely to dissolve in water. So that examples, serine, CH2OH, threonine, CH3, OH, alcoholic groups are there. Then tyrosine, benzene group is there, but here alcoholic group is attached. Asparagine, the first amino acid which is extracted from asparagus plants, and its R group is like this. Whereas glutamine, thus R group is replaced by that hydrophilic component. So these you need to practice and gain. That is the reason I am stopping this class here itself. What I discussed in this session: acidic amino acids, basic amino acids, non-polar amino acids and polar amino acids. You practice all these structures with enough time and attend assignment. In the next class, we will go through the rest of session in protein and we are going to complete it. Thank you.